Alright. Well, here we go. Let's see. Just gonna wait for everyone to get in and then we'll get started on everything. God, I love the Dante animation with the grimoire. It's perfect. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with this thing. I'm just gonna let people come in. I need to start sharing the stream. Hello, Takua. Think you're a first timer. Welcome to the stream. Just really quickly, I gotta share the stream, so I'm gonna be sitting here for a minute with like nothing going on. But how are you doing today? Hey, Christopher. What's going on? Figured I'd stream. Just gonna start sharing the stream around a little bit. Hey, Stabs. How you doing, buddy? Alright, just gotta finish sharing everything and then we'll get going. Glad to be here, especially this early. Very nice, Takua. Is that how you pronounce your name, by the way? I don't want to get it wrong. If I am, just let me know. Because I suck at names. Sure, I mispronounce a lot of people's names. Alright. Okay, almost done. There we go. Yeah, sounds good. Nice. Alright. So what we're going to be doing a little bit today, because we're just going to basically screw around. I actually need to farm some of the grimoire mods, so we're going to do a little bit of mirror defense. And also, wait, I forgot I need to check this. I've been toying around with the strain set, and I am very pleased with it. The set's pretty nuts, not gonna lie. I'm gonna switch over to a different weapon though. Here we go, Path Assist. So I'm not gonna use all the mods here, but like this set is unironically pretty overpowered, I would say. Like, it's got a lot of unique things going on with it. Not to mention Arcane Eruption's also really nice. What's the strain set? So the... Oh, hey, Arson, I didn't notice you there. How you doing, man? So the strain set, you get these from farming... What's it called? The Prophet Taker missions? There's 4 missions, right? With the final one being fighting the Prophet Taker. In Mission 2 specifically, you fight these 3 random, like... I guess, like... accountants would be the best way of putting it. And they have a rare chance of dropping these mods. You can also get it as a reward from doing the mission. I'm doing good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, Arson. We're gonna go in and do some mirror defense for a little bit. Deimos mirror defense specifically, because I need to farm the grimoire mods. Again. But they are a very interesting set that helps make the helmet charger more interesting, because it can only be used with the helmet charger, like it's exclusive to it. But funnily enough, the Path Assist Glaive also takes advantage of the set, because the maggots are counted in the set, which is neat. What do you think about Silent Nine's abilities? Honestly, Christopher, I'm very excited for him. He looks like a frame that I think the game's been needing for a little bit. Like, not a nuke, just an overall funny man go burr kind of character. Which excites me a lot. Oh, I forgot that the Pathosis spawns maggots. It does, and it's pretty good at it, too. Oh, damn it, out of ammo. And I'm also liking the Amperix again, now that I figured out how to mod it more interestingly. Oh, I forgot that the path is... Oh, I've already read that. Saying more hyped about him over the quest itself. I am very excited for the 1999 quest, and initially I didn't really care about what the new frame was going to be. Like, I mean, here's the thing. I was excited for Side 09, I wasn't that excited, but now I'm actually really excited for Side 09 because he actually looks interesting to me. Very, very far away from the cast a button to nuke everything kind of character. He actually feels more tactical, if that makes sense. Which gives me hope that DE is moving in the right direction with the game. As in, like, not making nuke frames. Not to say there's necessarily a bad thing to have a nuke frame, the problem is the way they've been doing it is just really unbalanced. So here's to hoping that it ends up being good. What does he do again? He seems to have his kit built entirely around tactical support, and he has a sniper. Yeah, he has a sniper. He is the sniper guy. He also has an undermounted cold grenade launcher, apparently, which I'm interested to see how that goes. Like, my hope is that's mainly for support and not for, like, damage. General weapons buffing, and he can give invisible shoot through walls. Yeah, that's my biggest one that I'm interested in. He basically has the passive of the Zenith for one of his abilities, which I've always kind of wanted on other guns, but now that we're actually kind of getting it, it's hype. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be taking a look at Side 09 when he drops. He actually interests me a lot. Not only that, he can also switch his ammo types, too, for the sniper, which is really neat. He is dead. Oh. Nope. You do not get the spawn. Can't wait to vault with him. Hey, these gas prices. Hello, science and shit, man. Hello, Nexus. How you guys doing? Right now, farming for the Grimoire mods. Which, by the way, if you guys want to, I can dip out of here and invite you guys in if you want to help. I'm mainly trying to get a hold of the strength one. Because I sold that a while ago and now I want to actually test it again. Also, Amperix for the win. He seems interesting, but I'll wait until he comes out before I make my opinion. Yeah, Stab, it's understandable. I mean, that's the same thing with me. I don't know if he's going to be incredible or not until we get our hands on him. But at least from the onset, he looks good in my eyes. Very much a weapons platform type of character. So it's nice to see that. And I gotta make a big drive in a bit. I would if I could, though. No worries, gas prices. It's okay. I'd like to join in, sure. No worries. I'll dip out after this one then, and then we'll invite you guys in. Okay, so that's done. Also, funny enough, earlier today I was playing, right? They made it so that this mode can now pop up in the arbitrations. So I ended up playing that for like a good hour or two. Which was cool to see. Because I actually really like this mode. It's one of my favorites. Which I know is controversial. But I actually really like mirror defense. It feels fun. Just defend the target and do whatever the hell you want. Oh, he's talking about this live too. Neat. Might try bothering him later. If you're wondering, I was looking at my phone. I'm not insane. Well, I am insane, but not that insane. Well, let me find you guys. So... Okay, there's stabs. And then I forgot, Chris, you're a platypus, right? I'm jacking my playing Railjack today. Mirror defense is the only defense type mission that I like. Yeah, Arson. Like, everything is kept fresh and interesting throughout the entire duration, which I like. There are actual things you gotta watch out for, all that kind of stuff. Of course, Limbo main likes mirror defense, LMAO. I mean, GD, it's fun. It's enjoyable. It's a chill time. I'm not insane, you played Limbo, brother. That's fair. Alright, boys. Open up mirror defense again. We'll probably do this for like an hour or something. I need to get those mods again. Sabs is probably getting some stuff together, understandable. Hey, Platypus, how you doing, man? I'll join in on that. That's an interesting name. Alright, boys. Bro started streaming while I was getting food. Hey, Carp, how you doing, buddy? Sorry, man, I felt like streaming. Here we go. Well, there's actually a few mods I need to get. The other one I really want to get a hold of, in particular, is the efficiency one. Strength and efficiency mod. Kinda sick. Jump scare. Hey, Nexus. Messaging in the in-game chat, I see. Also, I've been fiddling around with this arcane called Arcane Eruption. My god, I feel like I wish I had learned about this when making the Limb Bible, because it might be one of the new staple arcanes for Limbo. Like, this arcane is nuts with him. Ooh, we got a Corvex. Oh, Stabs is playing Corvex. Oh, I see. Hell yeah, man. That's the good shit. Out Stabs. I actually met a Limbo player IRL today. Oh, really, Carp?
Don't forget to gather up those.
What was he doing?
Automated security.
Oh, it's rare seeing someone play Corvex. It's kind of sad, actually, like, rock and stone, Beaver says. Hell yeah. Okay. Right. Oh. Down again. It's kind of sad that more people don't play Corvex. He's actually not bad. He hasn't played since 2018. Oh, I see. Just hoping he gets back into the game, though. A fellow Riftwalker is always welcome. He's a fun fairing, but people don't seem to like him. To be honest, I've usually seen people play like... Actually, I met the guy by coincidence while sitting in the room he was in for the air conditioner while waiting to be picked up. Oh, really? That's pretty funny. It's kind of sad that a lot of people just gravitate towards what's popular over what interests them. Because I feel like the game would be in a much healthier spot if more people started playing what they found most interesting versus what people told them to play. I just find that his status and vulnerability ability takes up way too much of my screen. That's understandable. Most people don't stick to something except maybe... Holy shit, my internet is back. Hello, is 1999 out yet? No, it is not, Mario. And hey, how you doing, buddy? I was thinking about it today, but what if they made Warframe ribbons? I've actually had a similar idea to that, Takua. Takua? My bad. My fucking throat's having issues. I understand why people don't play him. He's really slow. Yeah, that's fair. But it's like, the idea that I had was like an actual Warframe, like, tech tree kind of thing, where you could get unique bonuses by using the Archon shards that we have now, instead of the way it is right now where it's slotted in that way. You instead consume those shards within different trees to unlock different things. He's also quite resource demanding. Understandable. I need a Baruch strength range negative duration ribbon. Hey, Liu. On Steam, now to see where the fuck do I install it. I wish you good luck, man. They're gonna be a dev stream. Well, they actually already info dumped a bunch of it Nexus in the dev short that they did. Apparently, this update's gonna be bigger than New War. I wish I had an augmented slot for frames. 100%, I want that. Sorry, so you mean the OG modding system but Archon shards? Kind of Nexus, but it would be more unique bonuses. It wouldn't just be like increased range or increased strength. It would be super unique upgrades to each frame. You know, like maybe as a passive for Limbo, make it so that enemies hit by Banish take more damage temporarily, or something like that. Like actually unique upgrades that aren't just increased power strength by 5%. Carp jump scare. Hey Carp. See you messaged me within the game chat. I have 6 terabytes left to install. Hell yeah. It add more variety? Yeah, Taku. I had that idea about a year ago, and I'm kind of surprised they haven't tried something like that. Like, if they had something like that with actually unique and interesting upgrades, I think it would help fix this game a lot. Because there would be actual variety in the frames in terms of what upgrades they have. Maybe not a crazy big tree, like I'm not talking about like 50 nodes or anything, but like something actually different. I most definitely have messaged you in the in-game chat. Hell yeah, man, always welcome. Like Warframe Incarnate Evos, exactly, GD. Exactly like Warframe Incarnate Evos, but actual completely unique upgrades for each frame. Not a copy-paste of what we've seen with the Incarnates. If we had something like that and they replaced the Archon shard system we have now, I could be so happy with frames. It would actually make build variety more interesting. Just need some changes to his kit and then I would play them all the time. Understandable stats. Like I said, I think one of the biggest changes they need to do for his 3 is give it damage reduction on top of the status immunity, and then it'd be perfect. At least in my eyes. Because right now it's kind of or maybe even change ability element damage or something too. Yeah. It's like, can you check your server for a millisecond? Maybe Nexus, one second, let me reset. Kill these guys. Okay, let me check my server. What's going on? Okay. Oh, that shit? Hence the info dump, the countdown is for the dev stream? Oh, I see, okay. Interesting. I'm excited. But I feel like the balancing for 58 frames would... Well, yeah, GD, it wouldn't be something that they could pump out immediately. They would have to start it and release it like a year later. But like I said, it would be unique bonuses, like different bonuses, like not just straight up damage upgrades, but more so unique perks and systems for the frames. If they did something like that, I could be playing this game forever and ever, because the amount of variety would be nuts. Why is half a drop of the sauce so fucking spicy? What kind of sauce are you eating, Carp? If it's habanero sauce and your spice tolerance is very low, I mean, I've eaten ghost pepper. It would be cool if, for example, with your idea of the unique trees, if Limbo had, like, he has 25% root piercing and everything, but it's duration root. Yeah, something like that, Arsene. Like, actual bonuses that have their own positives and negatives. Like, you get a huge bonus, but in return you lose a little bit of something else to sort of balance it. I don't know what the sauce is. On an enemy dies with a radiation status effect, it would heal Corvex for a certain amount of health. That would also be pretty cool stabs. Although we kind of have that in the Archon shards already, so it doesn't really matter. I don't want farming incarnate adapters for warp. Well, no, Nexus. It wouldn't be something you would farm, but something you would unlock later. Like maybe in a helmet system kind of thing, where like you unlock a new helmet segment, where it replaces the Archon Shard segment we have right now, is what I'm talking about. Volt Shield's gay evolution that makes the shield itself a multiplicative CO buff instead of just a crit damage multiplier. Yeah, something like that, serious. Like, actually something that changes the kit innately. It comes with a Pipetite built into the cap. Okay, that's pretty fine. I still need a proper build for mine. Understandable. But yeah, something like that would be incredible. Honestly, I might actually take that and make a video out of it at some point. Because that'd be really cool to discuss. Like, I know that'd be a lot of work from DE, but I think it would add so much more variety to the game if they did that. I think the idea of it would avoid it if the upgrades were slot 5. Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying, Leyu. They wouldn't be that. They would be actual unique upgrades. I mean, we had stuff for finding genetic data, and it might be something eerily similar. Yeah, kind of. It could be kind of like that. I'm going to be honest, what you're describing, Sci-Fi seems really complicated. Well, yeah, Sabs, that's the idea. It's meant to be complicated in terms of the amount of variety you have, but when you know how everything works, it can be, like, truly, like, freeing for the player to experiment. Like in trotty modding with serum to upgrade our boys. Yeah, kind of like that, yeah. Just watch me saying this and then they introduce that in 1999. That'd be hilarious. That'd be one of the funniest things ever. But I think it'd be really cool if we had an actual, like, tech tree system for frames that gave unique, like, proper unique upgrades. If they have to make it simple, they could even do it like the Incarnate perk system, but you use, like I said, Archon shards. Like, you saw it in the shards to get the upgrades instead. I guess the upgrades can't be too OP in that concept, since imagine giving Saren an evolution that makes her spores deal true hit damage. Well, not like that serious. Like, obviously nothing like that, but maybe imagine one for Saren where, say, damage from spores maybe gives shields back or something, you know? Or like damage or kills from spores give shields back. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Like the potential on frames like Limbo that are mechanically is super high but much lower on much... Well, yeah. Or maybe even make it so that the some of the upgrades are just straight up new mechanics. That multiple frames share, for example, one for Overguard? Maybe.
We can hold the line eventually, if we must.
Then seeing it get announced 4 hours later. Yeah. That could be neat, Platypus. And sorry, I said stabs when I meant to say Platypus. More like quality of life upgrades? Yeah, that could also work. But just something. Something more interesting for the player. Like, honestly, a cool one that, like I mentioned with Limbo, could be like when he does his Radial Banish with his 1 or his 3, the enemies temporarily take increased damage or something like that, or increased status damage. Something like that. Hell, even some of my ideas for his rework could be involved in the tech tree system. If they implemented that. Being a built-in Rack the Dark Dagger would be crazy work, LMAO. Yeah, serious. I'd love it if the gave us more ways to have decrees outside the very like Kome, but on other frames, maybe letting melee spawn spores. That could be neat, Nexus. That could also be a cool upgrade. Hell, they could even get rid of augment mods entirely and make the tech tree system the augments. That would also be pretty cool. The goddamn Artemis bow. The Artemis bow isn't that bad, Nexus. Don't complain too much. It can be made good. Just takes more effort. That would be interesting for the more obscure frames and how it would change the kit. Basically, Equinox, Limbo, and whatnot. Yeah, stuff like that. And that would be insane and would free up a mod slot or two on a lot of frames. Yeah, augment mods feel like they are outdated as a system. I may need borrow, it's useless. It's not that useless, Nexus. I've gotten it to easily kill like level 500 enemies and shit like that. Like in general content, it's fine. Is it level cap viable? No. But it works for the general content. Artemis bow slander. Skill issue, try harder. Wait. The only use for the bow I have is being a stat stick for seismic bond. Man, that's rough, dude. Hey man, if that's how you feel, don't let me dissuade you. I'm just saying, from personal experience, I think that bow is pretty underrated. It's not perfect, but it gets the job done. I think one of the biggest things they could do for the bow, though, to make it sound good... Why do I sound like Vox? What do you mean? Oh, from the text thing? I don't know, I mean, you hang out with them a lot. I've never seen a VAR main ever in-game, only in the community. I've seen a few of them in-game. Not that often, but I've seen at least 3. Other than that, nothing. This just gave me terrible flashbacks. Oh yeah, I like the Elden Ring OST, so Melania's theme is playing, sadly. Take that, thank you. Oh, the hell is doing shit? I know if well as well they do exist in goddamn Arkham Rocks and Series C. Hey Jim, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you, man. Rope bombs. Like as a primer, it doesn't really work as DPS now. You want it, it's yours, my friend, as long as you have enough platinum. That's pretty funny. Mains were more popular than I thought in the because they always get dunked on. That's kind of thing with me and Wukong. Like, I used to joke about it, but now I've kind of matured a bit more. Like, the thing is, I don't like Wukong, but I respect people who play him. I just personally find the frame, like, really, really boring from what I remembered trying. And never saw the Imperial. EPEDA you're doing here? No, Jim the Fuzz, we're farming for the, tome mods, actually. I need more Grimoire mods. Because I'm missing a few and I don't feel like buying them. So the stream is basically this. Do you know you have rights? I do, Mr. Max Carp. Thank you.
We can take it from here so you can rest. But if you still have some fight in you, keep at it.
Is ordering nuggets in a fancy restaurant. I can kind of see that, yeah. Wukong doesn't deserve the hate he gets, he is best boy. Whatever most popular strat available, look at their stuff main. Yeah, pretty much like you. That's how I kind of see Wukong in my eyes. Because, like, he's objectively a good frame, but he's just not fun. And I feel like if something isn't at least somewhat fun, then you failed in my eyes of making something that's good. Because, like, when it comes to a game, especially, and this is one of the biggest reasons why I love the Souls games in particular, it has to be challenging, rewarding, fun, and creative at the same time, but most importantly, it has to have some fun to it. Because if it's not fun, then I don't touch it. You went for a rough grind then? Yeah, Jim the Fuzz, I know. But hey, stream, baby! As an ad clear, it either deals too little damage in AoE or the damage is too focused. Nah. I've gotten at the kill corrupted heavy gunners at level 200 in the old scaling pretty easily. I know it's bad, the Yavara's bow. It's not perfect, but it can do the work. I don't dislike frames like Wukong Rivet, I dislike the community around them. That's also true, Leyu. That's another one of the reasons why I don't particularly enjoy, how should I put it, talking with other communities that much around certain frames, because some of them, because like, I know this is kind of cheap coming from me, the Limbo guy, but I do find them kind of obnoxious at times. More than willing to sit down with people from those communities, but like, most of the time they just come off as like, how should I put it? They don't come off as entitled. They come off as, how should I put it? Almost uptight, if that makes sense. Revenant players always, I swear. Oh yeah, I've had to revive Revenant players a lot as Limbo. I used to main Wukong as a new player back then when the clone AI didn't use it. Hey Pocky Droy, welcome to the stream. Hate the people shit on Wukong when the only build they ever tried is clone DPS. Well, that's kind of the thing, and that's kind of like my point, Arson. I think I found the right word to describe those communities now. The problem I have with them is that they're very meta-centric. Like, they don't try to look at anything in the context of what the frame is asking for. They look at it in the context of what the what they are looking for, rather than what the frame asks of them. So they always gravitate towards those kinds of builds, which is part of why I don't like those kinds of frames very much, because that's the only thing I see out of those frames. I used to go into a high index with Wukong using Excel Triple for the ammo nerf and would just one-tap everything. Yeah. But yeah, that's kind of just my problem, is that unless something more interesting comes out of those frames, like when it comes to how they play, I usually don't touch them, because the only thing I see about them is meta, 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 and nothing else. Now, obviously, there could be hidden things about them that I'm not aware of. I mean, there's hidden things about everything. I mean, heck, I literally learned a handful of new things about Limbo over the past couple of weeks through a video that I'm working on right now. But, it's just like, I just don't see the appeal outside of meta appeal. Oh, it's me, I am here to crush chat and scream. Hey, Cello, how you doing, buddy? Been having fun? To be fair, Sai, that's probably also just, like, the people you would tend to meet because they like to be vocal. That's understandable, Jim. Do you know what happened to the Limbo High Index Redeemer Primer meta? I swear back in the day that was the Giga strat. It would be cool if the explosion mod scaled from the mods. It had split flights. It's not silly enough. X, Y, and Z, and anything else is not viable. That used to annoy me, is why I only play with friends nowadays. Can't stand it. Yeah, Leyu, that's exactly why I don't like those kinds of players very much. Or those frames. Because they usually... And this is also one of the biggest reasons why I didn't like Dante as well. Like, people criticize me for my little Dante pivots in the Limb Bible, right? But the reason why that's there is to sort of give voice to the idea of, like, the dude has only, like, one way to really play him. And that's building strength and nothing else. Yes, you could subsume off his Dark Verse and stuff like that, right? And just play Light Verse support, but you're still building for strength. Like, you're still building for the same exact stats. And there's not much going on there. Dante hate is deserved. And that's kind of just like my biggest problem with these kinds of frames and why I was so worried about it in the Limb Bible. Like, nowadays, because Kome's out and Cyto 9's out, I feel like my worries are kind of unfounded now from that video. But it's still something I think people should keep in mind, because it's almost like they're homogenizing so many frames to be the exact same when there should be more diversity. I will always pray. But overall, been fine, just stress. Understandable, man. Doing alright though. Bad matches with Helldivers, creative burnout, and minority missile to myself. Understandable, Cello. Don't worry about it.
If we must.
If they just nerfed the Dante's Overguard, I'm going to play him. Hell yeah. I'd do that. I mean, Baruch has like two ways to play him. I do agree with Dante hate. I still like playing him because that's understandable. Like, whatever I say or whatever I think, don't discourage you from trying things out and playing. But that's just how I feel about it, and that's why I was so critical of Dante. Not trying to dump the skill issue suites, I just don't have the problem with Artemis Bow. D do seem to be learning how to make more unique and creative frames. Yes, Arson. Like, Kome? People, regardless of what you think of Kome, she, much like Limbo, is one of the most unique frames we have in the game right now, and I will praise her for that. We need more frames like Limbo. Like, oh my god, like Kome. Like all these frames. We need more diversity. Because if you homogenize everything, people are going to get tired of it. The Rusted Pride is too low. Increase the volume. Question, guys, is the music too low? Because if it is, I'll turn it up. Increase the volume. They should nerf his Overguard. The point of playing Dante is well, the problem, Sirius, is not so much the overguard in of itself, it's the fact that it can keep recharging even when the overguard gate happens, which other frames like Caliban can't do. I need the vibe. Dante with Noctua is so good though. Yeah, I'll turn it up a little bit then. Let me turn it up a tiny bit. How's that? Low, yes. There we go. Because the simple thing, there was a long while where no new frame even surprised me. Yeah, Jim, and that's exactly my issue. Better now, or does it sound... You could give them a... Well, that was just too easy. Yeah, Jim, and that was why I never really paid attention to those frames after a while. Is it too loud now, or is it good? Still overpowering the voice, you may need to turn it down a small notch. Okay, let me turn it down again. It's a good song. Rusted Pride is really good. I'm gonna just turn it back down to where it was. Oh, it's the All Mine theme. I can hear it. Probably use it with Well of Life for AoE. I see. I don't understand why you guys are saying the AoE part of Artemis Bow is wrong, because like the AoE explosion scales with range, does it not? I remembered it doing that unless they patched that out. Of the augment, obviously, the augment. That's what I'm talking about. Start singing along. I mean, I could at some point let you. I respect Dante for what he was attempting to be. That's understandable, Stabs. That's completely fair. Yeah, it scales with ability range. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't get why you guys are complaining about the range of it. The base range is already 7 meters and it scales with range. God, I love the Amprex again. It's so good. I have a lot of shit merged together in my build, so I can't really build exclusively for Artie. You could see him in VC when he listens to Depeche Mode. Oh yeah, Carp. Yeah, you know. Fucking love that band so much. That's kind of thing. I wish I could put on more Depeche Mode songs and shit like that on stream, but then I see all that copyright stuff pop up, and I'm like, I don't want to have that on my conscience. I will say, on the topic of Depeche Mode, I think one of the greatest things I've ever seen someone say or ask is, what is Depeche Mode? And I visibly contorted. Like, I don't need Artie for standard stuff. Only thing I can truly build is for priming. It can work, I guess. Nexus, I'm gonna say this right now, man. Like, no offense to you, but I might actually make an Artemis Bow build and just send it over to you and show gameplay of it. Just to show how hard it can fuck. While still being able to use everything else. Need to figure out what I should do now. Obviously, you got the Amprex and Ignis were the most cracked in the game. I mean, the Amprex still is pretty good, serious. Not amazing, but still works. Could be better. Which is why I was hoping we would get a 10 Amprex, actually. And then we ended up getting the Galaxian, of which the Galaxian is... It's fun. Not my favorite, though. Alright, let's keep going, boys. Might join the server just for the occasional karaoke sessions. Hell yeah, Leu, join in. What's your favorite song from them? It would have to be... Man, that's a tough one, actually, because there's a lot of them. There's Shake the Disease, that's one of my favorites. Sacred, that's another awesome one. Never Let Me Down Again, one of their most popular. Amperix is cool, but it's not the Trump that. Yeah. I think one of the most underrated ones, which, if we're talking about my favorite in terms of being underrated in their album, it would have to be Martyr. That one's really, really good from Depeche Mode. Sai, do you know if the Trum the Prime is multiplicative on it? It's not serious, it's still additive CO, but it's still worth running it, because the alt-fire is so multiplicative, which is nice. I like the funny Zap Rod Amperix gang rise up. Hell yeah. Let's make it happen. Bet. How many mods was it you needed, Sai? I needed 2 of them specifically. I needed the strength one, and I believe the efficiency one. I need to look again, because I know it's at least 2, last I checked. On the direct hits of the alt-fire series. Yeah, Arson, that's what I was talking about. Which is still viable. It's still more than viable, because of the amount of multiplicative CO you get. I mean, damage itself doesn't really matter to me, more how fast I can scale it. That's understandable. If we don't get the efficiency one, you can have it. I barely use Grimoire. Well, thanks, Platypus, but I'm more comfortable with farming it. But thank you for letting me know, though, dude. Oh yeah, thanks. I was aware of the base version, but wasn't sure if the Prime worked the same. So, Sirius, the thing about the Trum the Prime, it's basically a quality of life upgrade for it. Which is all it really needed, in all honesty. Like, the Trum by itself was already really strong, so getting quality of life in the Prime is fine by me. Which, funnily enough, I remember seeing a bunch of people complaining about it not being a crazy high upgrade. I'm like, it didn't really need it. It just needed some quality of life. And that feels perfect. The Batacore is also amazing. Hell yeah. Batacore is awesome. All my homies love it? Yeah. Really underrated weapon. Like, even before the damage changes, it was pretty insane. But now it's even better. No way the Prey OSC? Hell yeah, man. Kinda wish I had a slightly better crit chance increase for the Prime. I mean, understandable, Arson, but the crit chance was fine. I was actually one of the few that felt like the status is what it really needed, which it ended up getting. As well as a better multiplier. I mean, I saw it in your playlist already. Understandable, Carp. But yeah, I love the Prey OST. It's so good. And this one specific OST just started playing in my mind before it started playing here. Hell yeah. The community complaining about Trum the Prime not being crazy felt like being power hungry while being fed power on the daily. The crit's fine, but it could be more. For the Zada invocation at the moment. Jesus. Yeah, I'm definitely farming for it. I don't have the plat. Or I do, but I don't want to spend it on that. Hear about for the other invocations? Yeah. The status was a huge increase, so yeah, like the status increase was really good. The fact that the alt fire also got higher damage was nice too, but it wasn't necessary. Still feels good though. I just had an idea for something insane. Carp. Tell me. I might steal it. But yeah, I saw like some creators like Darth Muffin, Nova Umbral, and all these guys complaining about it. I'm like, it didn't need that much. It's fine as is. Would it be nice to maybe get something unique with it? Sure, but didn't need it. It was fine. Let's play Prey simultaneously. That actually wouldn't be a bad idea, Kurt. Zelda is amazing, though I don't think it's underrated anymore. It seems quite popular, being massive nerf incoming. Nah, seriously, they won't nerf that thing. Mirror defense in Armageddon being so profitable was my biggest surprise this year. Yeah, Leo. Mainly because no one plays it. No one likes this kind of mode, which is kind of stupid because you basically just gotta defend the target and then you can just run around and do whatever shit you want without having to worry about time gating and shit. Or, correction, you have time gating, but you don't have to worry about a timer running out to, like, lose. Zumbumble. Do you reckon that Blast Drum is well off with Hammer Shot, or would you... It kind of depends, Zeb. I would recommend both if you can, but if not, the status damage would be better. Because Blast takes better advantage of it. Preferably get both on there, if not, do that. You should check out Squadron 42. I already know about that series, and I'm actually really excited for that too. It does look good. That's the, what is it? Isn't that like the single player campaign for that game, Star Citizen that's coming out? Then finished playing Armored Core 6. Ah, I see. Gotta play Prey again. Mirror defense level cap? Nah. Don't know if we'll get there, but it'd be pretty funny. All the time I didn't like it, but that's due to my unfamiliarity with the immersive sim genre despite loving Deus Ex. Prey is one of those games where I'm so sad more people never played it. Because it's genuinely one of the best video games I've ever played. Like, easily. It takes you well into the 40 minutes just for a chance at the tone mods proper. Yeah, Jim, but stream content, man. It'd be boring if I just bought it outright. Just kidding. I'm just very adamant about trying to, like, get things over buying them. Because I want to actually do it. Because I know that I can put that plat towards something more important in my eyes. Oh my god, your dog is blocking my way, man. Of the old Rotation C relic farms? Hell yeah. That's a good thing. We're reliving history now, boys. Hey, it's a fair one. I'm not surprised why people don't play this particular mode. That's fair, yeah. But yeah, I'm still kind of surprised. Like, I still am genuinely surprised that people don't play this mode more, because it's pretty chill. Like, just have one guy with a good defense frame, and then just go to town. You get the same kind of feeling as a survival, because you still get the rewards every 5 minutes like before. Which, outside though, if they ever rework defense, they should make it so it's like 5 minutes for the reward. That'd be perfect. Looks like I still have nightmares from the Ashburn Blueprint farm on defense back in that day. Understandable, understandable. Back before Parkour 2.0? Oh god. Yeah, I was not around during those days. I was a wee lad in elementary school. Elementary or middle school, I'm not entirely certain. It's been a while. Nowadays, I just build for pure heat. Heat inherited simply two buses. I just threw the elementalists and have insane. Yeah, serious. Like, honestly, a pure heat Trumna, one of the best builds I've discovered so far for the Trumna video. Like, it's unironically just good to just go pure heat. Like, you don't need anything else. At least to get through most content. I would imagine that if you took it in, let's say, a Void Cascade, it would probably struggle a little bit. My only chief complaint for mirror defense is only if you plan to grind Citrine. I do not want to do that ever again, and I'd rather blow up my brain than do through and training grind Zog. Chell, I didn't mind it too much. Mainly because, like, here's something that you need to understand about me. I am a very patient person, so I'm willing to sit through the grind if I still am having somewhat of an enjoyable time. Which is part of why I like this mode. It's pretty chill. Morning from Australian people. Hey Reigns, how you doing, man? So like, what frames would you consider good defense frames since I'm from Limbo, of course? That's an interesting one, Arson. I would probably put Gara in there, obviously. She's pretty good for that. And then... honestly, I'm not entirely sure. Hey Dark, how you doing? Dark Rose V5, long time no see. I guess I'll lack the patience nowadays, but I don't know. RNG wasn't kind for me on Citrine. Yeah, sure, Cello. Like, if the RNG's not kind to you, I can kind of see that, but, like, I'm very patient. I mean, I farmed... you look at the guy who farmed Citrine twice, Zaku twice, and Sevagoth 4 times. Like, I'm very patient. I always go Volban for defense. Oh yeah, Volban's a good choice, too. I forgot about that. Volban's an excellent pick. As our man, myth, the legend, Professor Dystopia has shown. Nova has yet to answer. Oh, really? Take that. Thank you. To level cap mirror defense. I think he said, isn't it like 8 hours or something?
Unless you prefer to fight on.
Okay. That's fair, very fair. Also, Volba and Enjoyer, Detective Rise Up, bring back the bounce pads. The what we doing those Enter Cells thingies I heard? No, Dark Rose. We're playing. We're just doing mirror defense because I need to get some of the Requiem mods. Mine wasn't harsh to me when I farmed Citrine. It was up from the toe mods and her weapons to get the full core fell. Ah, I see. It kind of sucks that, honestly, it does kind of suck, thinking about it now, that there's no pity system for the tome mods, but I can also kind of understand why, because they are pretty busted. So it does make me hope that we maybe get some more interesting ones. You farmed too much Kuva. Oh yeah, I meant to say tome mods, my bad. Wake up, we gotta farm some Kuva. Oh, maniac. She's a maniac, I should have known. Come here. Kuva was Kuva once, they locked me in a survival of Kuva, survival of survival of Kuva. Kuva makes me Kuva. Good one, Artson. Oh, crap, I gotta plug in my headset. Hold on a second. There we go. Kuva forbidden cranberry juice. I might have to call it that from now on. In the rift. Remember no Kuva. Good one. That's the thing about Hermos. He may be a not so nice guy, but he's actually talented, which is the sad part. You are the one that wanted to play that over the music bot last night? Yeah, I know, Carp. I know. How many people actually drank the Kuba at the end of Second Dream? That makes me wonder. Because I know I threw it away when I played. Oh, Kuba definitely be reminding me of the forbidden sarcophagus juice meme petition I saw floating around back then. Let me drink the tasty juice. I've been asleep since then. Ah, I see, Dark Rose. It was tasty. Bro enjoyed the Kuba. What did it taste like again? It tasted like man-in-the-wall propaganda, Carp. Oh, I'm stuck. Get me out of here. Oh no, I'm stuck. There we go. Some busted power up by drinking a video game 101 failed me. You don't remember doing any of the quests? Really? It's kind of sad to hear, Arson. What did it taste like again? Bro's faking dementia. The taste of undesirable sand and rock, murmur be crunchy. You know who else has dementia? This time I played Second Dream, I was in that this game was free to play way back then. Same thing, Sirius, same thing. Make a limbo build guide.
We can hold the line without you.
Elijah, I've already made one, that's the Limb Bible. Oh hey! Oh, I already have this one. Okay, we'll keep going. You know who else is... Okay, Carp. I make a limbo build guide here, a mortal nuke limbo build, steel path viable. Not gonna lie, me and Suckbutt were talking about this. We've had a thought of making a video on teaching people how to properly mod, in that I would make it, and it would be the most clickbaity title in the world. And I've actually considered it because I'm tired of people not knowing how to properly understand the modding system in this game. Is that the newest video by Bro-Sci? God, saying that hurts me. It makes me regret actually watching Grindhard Squad way back, reading that again. Yeah, Cello, same. But my biggest problem is I don't want to make a title like that because I don't want to fall into becoming a slop content creator because I despise that kind of content. I was testing Limbo in the sim the other day and his banish is still bugged for me and anyone else. It might be depending on the enemy you're fighting, Dark Rose. I did notice ever since, I don't know which update, it might have been, which one was it the Comey update? I think his banish has been a little wonky. Gone wrong, gone sexual. Bugged in what way, Dark Rose? I swear, once you learn how to mod, you realize that it's all the same shit. The rest is just up to flavor and your preferences, because shit all the same in this game. Yeah, serious. That's like something that I realized when... And this is why I don't play other frames. Is that when you actually understand the modding system in this game, and what to mod for and what to understand, roughly 99% of the frames mod exactly the same. Like, I kid you not. And the reason why Limbo and a bunch of other frames are so unique is because they don't mod the same, and that's why I like them. It gives me something different. Let's clone the Kona slightly off, sometimes outright refuses to banish an enemy, but will his neighbor. It might depend on how close you are to them, Dark, because the cone's angle is pretty limited, so if you're up right next to them, it can do that sometimes. I've had that happen. Where you give S tier for all frames you don't play such you don't like, and give D to F tier for frames you do, and pretend you don't know what they do. Read their abilities live. Oh god. I can't do that. It's not in my nature. I just don't know how to mod Limbo for different shown in the Limb Bible. Nova was like one of the only weird ones where she needed duration for her range. Yeah, serious, and I think she still technically does. But Elijah, listen. I don't show builds because I want you to learn how to do it yourself. Because the problem is that I could give out a build, but then the problem is that if you only know the build and don't know how modding works, then you're not really learning anything. I just can't use Cataclysm in the Kome fight because Sione just doesn't move to... Yeah, Reigns, that's the problem I had with the Kome enemy too. Could be. Today in the mission banished behind those right in front. Might have to look into it. I could show you a few of my builds should you wish. Because, like, listen, Elijah, I'm not trying to be an asshole here when I say this, but it's just how I operate. Like, if you don't learn, then you don't know how to apply it yourself. Which is why, in the Limb Bible, I specifically tell you the stats I recommend you go for. Because, like, the thing with Limbo is, builds do not matter for him. Like, you could run him modless and he'd be fine. That one was for Elijah. Well, I know, Jim. I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, you can do that. I personally can't. Because like I said, the thing with Limbo is, it doesn't matter what mods you slot on him. It matters how you play and understand his kit. Which is what most of the build tubers don't realize. And that's specifically why I don't show builds. Because the build doesn't matter. It's the mechanics that do. It's like telling you the ingredients to a cake and giving you no... Exactly, Stabs. Like, yes, mods are like a bit of a base for understanding / using the frame, but they're not what makes the frame click. They're not what makes them mechanically good. I mean, heck, we could even use the cake as an example. Like, yes, you could take chocolate, and you could take eggs and flour, all that stuff, mix it together, but that doesn't mean shit if you don't know how to bake a cake. And that's what Limbo is. He's a cake. You have to know how to bake the cake to make the cake good. And most people simply don't. I could give someone a nuke Gauss build, and if I don't explain how Thermal Thunder works, the nuke is pretty useless, similar for Limbo. You would need to know how to keep... Exactly, serious. How can one really teach anything if you can't really learn from it or something like that? Exactly.
We can take it from here.
Time to eat Limbo? Hell yeah, Garp. Eat 'em.
If you still have some fight in you, keep at it.
Chocolate? Yeah. Which on a side note, I'm gonna be baking apple pie soon for Thanksgiving. It's gonna be delicious. But yeah, Elijah, not to sound like an asshole, like I said when talking about that. It's just that if you don't know how his kit works, then the build doesn't matter. Someone clip this real fast. I am lazy, and now I want hot chocolate. Hell yeah, Jim. Please, the only thing I struggle with is Eximus. I've been playing him for a week, and I'm getting pretty comfortable with him. Well, Elijah, like I said, there's survival systems I told you about in the Limb Bible as well. I mean, just using secondary fortifier is enough. Eating Limbos, so you can't say that, that'd be illegal. Man, that's what is Thanksgiving on British? So, Arson, Thanksgiving is a celebration of our nation gaining independence from the British. It's like our national holiday. Very important for us. Okay, the 8th rule in the Limbo rules of society. You can learn a lot from single descriptions of those abilities are affected by duration and range. Up for you, what you're doing is how much of each you build for. Exactly, Leo. Eating Limbo counts as cannibalism. So if the ever removed Limbo, you gotta DM Pablo the Limb Bible for real. Well, I mean, I've actually been talking to him a little bit on streams. Like, I haven't told him who I am or anything. He's a nice guy, but I don't think he would look at it even if I did show him that. Not to say I don't think he cares, but it's more so just like he's just going with what he feels is right. So at least in my eyes, I don't see the point of me myself messaging him. What's the U.S. independence? Oh no, you're right, Cello. Oh my god, I screwed that up so bad. Thanksgiving is our celebration of when Native American tribes helped the first settlers in America. I forgot. Wow, I screwed that up so bad. Pure secondary fortifier in the Grimoire will never be using a different secondary on him. Yeah, Reaper's Limbo. Like, I just used that and I'm set. Like, he's pretty good. Or even shield recharge mods. Like, stack both of those in your set. Again, off for Sans. If there's something that confuses you, I'd be glad to have a look at it. Yeah. Like, if you want to send me a build, Elijah, you definitely can. I can give you suggestions. But I'm not just going to show you a build. Like, that's not how I work, sadly. Because like I said, if you don't know how to bake a cake, then there's no point in me showing you the ingredients. I had a moment like that previously. Yeah, chill. I'm sorry, it's just that I'm focusing too much on the game and reading chat at the same time that I forget what's going on and what I'm saying. I answer I don't know to anything someone asked me what a day of holiday was. Understandable, platypus. I'm also from Texas and named my grimoire like the Texas Bill of Rights. Based. That's so good. By the way, Sai, what primer do you prefer? I personally like the Epitaph since it's just me. I know the compressor is likely the better. So, serious? My favorite primer is actually the Tenet Cycron, specifically with Magnetic. Like, it's good as a weapon and as good as a primer. And with a secondary fortifier, I'm able to shred Overguard and gain survivability so fast. If Lephantis is bugged, killed the first end, and now he refuses to pop back up. I haven't seen that layu. I would have to check it out myself. Yo. What are you yoing about, Jello? I will say something else I've noticed, the scaling's actually not that bad right now. When it comes to enemy scaling, it seems to be going up. I forgot Lephantis was a thing, same. As a primer, certainly better options out there, but it gets the job done with the viral heat combo. Yeah, it's understandable, Cello. That and the Incarnate ain't half bad. I still have to get that, actually. I haven't used the Atomos Incarnate. I'll take that offer, just looking for a comfortable radial banish build to follow for no. Whenever. Did you just hide from the heat, Ignis? No. What do you mean? Because if you're talking about me hiding behind like a wall, it does that. Like the heat blast and shit doesn't go through walls. If that's what you're thinking of. Which is another big thing that people don't realize, is that people keep complaining about, oh, Eximus and shit about Limbo, and I'm like, Eximus aren't even his biggest threat. If anything, it's fucking Mania and Violence. And speaking of violence... like, these two are his biggest threats. You took cover? Yeah. I just take it head on. So secondary cover not the best for primers now? I would say so serious, it's pretty good. Name is the same as here, toss me an invite and let's have a look at it. Alright. Alright, we'll do like one or two more, and I think we'll be done. Well, the thing is, Carp, I tend to hide from it if I feel like I can't get to it fast enough. Gets the gentleman friend's coat too dirty. Yeah. Just imagine if Violence had actually had Limbo's powers, he would actually be Cancer. Basically full immortal when you have the silence subsume. I mean, technically, yes, Sirius, you can look at it that way, but because of its limited range and shit, I don't like relying on that very much. I find it too... There's too many times where, like, it can go wrong, in my eyes, which is why I don't use it very much. May I join for a round or two later after you extract? Not on stream, Carp, because I'm probably gonna be done with the stream after we extract, but in private, yeah, definitely. Colossus Blades didn't pierce through the rift. Rift Surge on that thing is nasty. Ooh, nice, actually. I get started working on the new meme after that. Hell yeah. But yeah, just in my eyes, like, I know silence is good, but I don't find it very reliable. At least to me, I don't. Like, it tends to be very hit or miss at times. Violence having limbo powers would suck if he got stasis. Holy fuck, I'd rather ragdoll to death by an Acolyte than get hit with the snaky Violence's Banish stasis combo. Yeah. If you have time tonight, let's just stick to the thing I DM'd you about. Yeah, sure. We can look into it. I probably won't be available until like 10 o'clock my time because we'll be having our... So basically tonight we're doing like a pre-Thanksgiving dinner, and then tomorrow we're having the actual Thanksgiving, is the idea. I don't even notice you were there. I also should be starting work on the next video again. It should be nice. So I'll just make the meeting. No? Yeah, probably a good idea, Carp. Even when I'm sick, I can handle one all-nighter. Oh yeah. How much range this thing has. Heavy level cap with Amprex, presumably electric docs would melt regardless. That's actually the thing, Sirius. I have not level capped with the Amprex before, and I actually don't think it would be a good choice unless you modded it for heat and corrosive, because the problem is, electric procs are pretty good, but they do fall off after a while if you don't have a strong base damage to go alongside it. And the Amprex sadly isn't one of those weapons. I got prepped for Thanksgiving egg noodles and cranberry time. Hell yeah. You need to download a 9-hour video for this game. Oh god. Maybe with a very good ribbon, it would be doable. Possibly, Sirius, possibly. Hey, you know the video in question? Not really a video, but whatever. Ah. I see. Like, the problem, Sirius, is that, this thing just doesn't, like, because Heat Inherit exists, Heat's just a way better option for that. Like, it gets the job done way easier. It's theoretically possible, it just wouldn't be a good time if you ran electric on it. Man, I'm a little bit tired. I think I'm gonna be done streaming now. Anyone want to try the ribbon? That's neat. Alright, boys. Good game, boys.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Got a lot of good loot out of that, boys. Hell yeah. Only got one Requiem mod, but hey. Alright, boys. Thank you for the help, Stabs and Platypus. I'll see you guys later. Oh, hey! A fellow Top Hat in the wild! Zaku Riven when? I hope that never happens, not gonna lie. Alright, well, everybody. I think this is the end of the stream now. I'm kind of tired and I need a drink. Probably be on maybe tomorrow before I go to Thanksgiving dinner. But this was a lot of fun. I'm also going to get working on the next video again. It's going to be a very interesting and very important one, because it's going to involve some more Zaku research. Not Zaku, Limbo. Limbo research and other things. But with that, I will see you guys all later. Have a wonderful evening, everybody.